Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CM Trading. Today is October 11, 2022, and today is Tuesday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, U.S. markets retraced to their yearly lows. No major economic events scheduled for today, but as we look at the various markets, starting out with the Forex symbols, Australian dollar retraces lower. We're going to take a look at that. Indices, the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ back to the early lows as mentioned. Looking at commodities, gold sells off while oil retraces. And looking at the stocks, Intel keeps on trading lower. Microsoft also on new yearly lows. And lastly, looking at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin on the bottom of the range. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So here we go. We're starting out with the Australian dollar USD, and you could see 62. And I mentioned this back when it broke this 63, 64-ish level. If we look at a weekly, once it broke that 67-ish level as well, right there, and that was what led us lower. Now remember, we're going and we're headed to lows of where we were in 2020 when the pandemic first came out. So look at that. That's where exactly where we're trading. GBP USD didn't move lower, so showing some strength. And the euro just hanging close to it, but not close, not making new lows, let's just say. Okay, so out of all of them, the Australian dollar really exceeding some weakness here as it's making these new lows for the year. Finally catching up maybe to the new reality of the US dollar versus everything else. Could be. Now looking at gold, we retrace back from below. 1727 was our resistance. We breached this 1677 Fibonacci retracement level, but just below it. Okay, now I do want to highlight this because this is really important. We're below the 200-day moving average, which is showing us some tremendous weakness on the downside. So keep that in mind as this is continuously getting lower. Looking at crude oil, trading at 89, breaking that $90 pivot, and we are breaking it right now. So this is something that could develop and could continue selling off later today. Now looking at the U.S. markets, Dow Jones trading at 29,120. It traded below, just below 29,000 flat just this morning, but it is showing some weakness, and this could continue selling off if it breaks that 28,800-ish level. Now looking at the NASDAQ, also on its lows here at 10,941. Now again, as long as it breaks these type of areas, okay, this type of support area, if it does break it, then we'll be below the 9,000. Okay, I could see that actually happening, believe it or not, as this correction continues. Now looking at the stocks, okay, so let's start out with Microsoft. That's the one that broke lower to new yearly lows, as you can see, as that hit 229 for the first time. Now it is at previous resistance, possibly subsequent support around this area, so keep that in mind. If we don't get that bounce, we will sell lower. Now looking at Intel on its lows, okay, $25.18 is new yearly lows for it, so it is showing some tremendous weakness. And so if this is the bellwether, okay, this is the bellwether, this will continue bringing us lower as we continue trading. Now lastly, looking at Bitcoin, trading at the bottom of the range at 19,000-ish level, okay, just above that 19,000-ish level, but you know, it's trading in a range, okay. It is at a bottom of a range, okay, that it's been trading in, but not the bottom of the range, okay. So it's still not a high probability trade. I would stay away from it. At least, you know, I would focus more on the US markets because much more volatility there. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you all a great trading day. Thank you.